updates here from Popternative, speaking to Brenna D'Amico about our short horror film Adjoining, which is having our LA premiere at Screamfest. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
I mean, this is exciting. I mean, it's crazy time. Let's be honest.
It's a crazy time. It's also hard not to match your energy because it's just so infectious, Mr. Pete.
No, absolutely. I'm really excited to talk about this. Adjoining Popternative Pictures, Vesperia Films. The interview we did on set is, on YouTube right now, but now we're talking about, but we obviously didn't know where it was going and everything, and we're premiering at Screamfest. Right. What's it like thinking about the fact that people are going to be able to see what you worked on the big screen super soon?
I love it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I'll always be this way, but it's nerve-wracking. And I'm like, I feel like actors or, my goodness, anybody in this business is their biggest critic. But I'm so proud of everything that we did. It was so fun. I hope, so many people have so much fun watching it, as much fun as we did making it. So, yeah, it's exciting. And I'm so proud of everybody.
You're a producer on this too, and so much happens before we go to camera on a project, right? We were discussing a lot of things for Adjoining, figuring it out, then we actually went and filmed it. So from a storytelling acting perspective, you could see it as two journeys, right? Before filming something and then after filming something? Or do you see it as one big journey with multiple steps? I'm curious about that.
Definitely one big journey, being a producer and also acting in it as well. I think there's a lot that happens after and before, and I'm so grateful that I got to be in the know of everything about it. And bring people on that I've worked with before that I trusted and you guys ended up loving as well. And that was a great feeling. But yeah, I definitely think it's one big journey altogether.
Absolutely. It's interesting because it's all storytelling at the end of the day. Obviously, Millie and Adjoining is, literally the opposite of Jane and the Descendants. But I'm just curious, like I said, it's storytelling and everything. How separate are past projects compared to something like this? Like, do you bring kind of preparation mindsets from your experiences on Descendants and certain things to Adjoining? Or are they completely separate once you wrap them?
I feel like personally for me, they're completely separate. I feel like pretty much every project is. I mean, it makes sense. I've done a horror short and I've done another horror movie as well, but even those are separate. I think every experience is a little different. I think the only thing that's similar or that I take away is after every time I'm on set, it just makes the next set better. Everything that you learn from that one, but I think they're really separate at the end of the day.
We talk about this a lot. We've been doing a lot of press. Horror movies, I've always been around, but there's just been this big popularity with them, a big surge lately. What's it like working on Adjoining at a time where there's such a big appetite for that content these days?
It was rewarding because I was like, ooh, this is something that people are wanting to see, especially the tone that we went with, specifically for this. And our little 11 minutes that we had to show, so much. But it was fun. I was like, fuck yeah, we're doing this really fun, entertaining movie, and I think everybody's gonna love it.
Stuff happens in this movie. That's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, stuff happens. A lot of stuff happens.
No, a lot of stuff happens. Popternative Pictures, we're making a lot of really cool things right now. We worked with Vesperia Films on this. Talk about working with everyone. What was it like kind of just being on set and then also for all kind of post and everything and seeing it come out? What was the process like for you?
Working with everybody was great. I feel like being a producer on this, there was so many questions that I got to ask and that were answered so quickly and so, extensively that I was like, oh, nice. So when we all got on set, I had very few questions about technical shit and was allowed to have questions about emotion and what was going on. So it was cool. The questions were different this time, and I really liked that. I liked the feeling of the behind the scenes and everything.
Absolutely. I just realized that I think this is your third time on the show, but we actually did the on-set interview, so this is your fourth time. So you've been on the show 4 times, which is
I know.
crazy.
We've known each other for quite some time, haven't we?
I know. We did that interview for the Tubi film with BB and Nikki, and I've never laughed that hard in my life.
Oh, your name in my phone is still PD Beats with the cake emoji next to it.
Oh my God.
It still is.
I feel like we talked about that, and then I brought up Adjoining to you. I feel like that was like the...
Yeah, I feel like that was the segue.
You were so good in this movie. I can't wait for people to see it at Screamfest. I mean, Screamfest. We were talking about like the possibility of being at Screamfest like before we applied
yeah.
for it. Like it's crazy.
Oh, 100%. And I think when you told me, I was like, oh my goodness. It still feels very surreal. And I'm so grateful that we get to be a part of that because it's crazy.
Chicago Horror Film Festival just happened. We played there. We're having our Canadian premiere at Vancouver Horror Show, which is really exciting. Freak Show Horror Film Festival in Orlando, Florida. And in December, we just got into the Anchorage International Film Festival in Anchorage, Alaska. So it's just like
Right.
5 already. Isn't it crazy?
It's insane. And I'm really happy about it. And I think everybody's gonna be entertained and have so much fun watching it. It's gonna be great.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for being Millie and coming on board. Brenna, it was so great chatting with you as always. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're the best, Petey.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.